ceiling to the house.
Down.
There you go. You're good.
Dignitaries arriving to the Roman Coronary Award ceremony. HMS Jessica arriving, Captain Mark Gladhill, also accessibility. HMS Erdsea Kamerling arriving, Captain Edward Newton, Deputy Director IMNA, Fleet Personnel Officer. Arriving, HMS Seljuk, Captain Garrett. Arriving, HMS Truculent, Captain Mayor Clemens.
And I'll become truculent at need.
Arriving, Back Crew Division and HMS Andromeda, Captain Patrick McTinian. Flags arriving. Commodore Sir Joseph Harney, Battle Squadron 2. Commodore James Sena, Senior Military Attaché, Republic of Haven Navy. Third Space Lord, Lord Sir Michael Garcia, Rear Admiral, arriving. Arriving, 10th Fleet, Rear Admiral Sir James Jones. The room may sit at ease.
Congratulations, you're there.
I'd like to thank you, Chief Gunnar, for that. Sir Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, 10th Fleet, friends, members, and other allied personnel, thank you for coming to this award ceremony that is being presented by Bat Crew Ron 96, part of 10th Fleet, the Royal Manticore Navy. Again, thank you for coming. Let us begin.
Captain Newton. Promotions awards. Camerling has none. Captain Mayor Clemens, HMS Truculent, has one. Dozer Giltz, Shell, report to your commanding officer. For conduct. Thank you. I tried.
You're very trying.
You upside down did an amazing job. Remember. Okay. I normally do this for civil air patrol, just so we're clear.
In her defense, she's an officer.
Oh, shot.
I'm sure it is.
And at this time.
Okay, backwardiv. Backwardiv.
Backwardiv and my other hat.
No, this is backwardiv.
Backwardiv, yeah.
That's not you.
No, that's not me, that's him. Backwardiv, that's you. You have something that's backwardiv.
Okay.
Yeah, no, do you have anything that's that hat? You
No.
have separate awards you can get.
Nothing on
Okay.
that hat either.
There we go. Javier Guiscard.
Okay.
Javier Giscard has a couple of individuals I'm going to point out. They are not here, but be aware of them. The primary is Petty Officer Earl Scott. You will see him at WarriCon running artifacts. He's been working his tail off, and when he's present, we're going to make sure that that's recognized. But it's a name I want all of you to know. It's Earl Scott. And those of you who go to Game Storm next weekend will see him as well. So that is the other individual is also not here because he's in the Czech Republic. Now, for those of you who don't know, Giscard is the Royal Republic of Haven Navy holding chapter. Dramir Janos is in the Czech Republic, and on April 11th he will be promoted to Spacer Second Class. He has already done 20 exams. He is volunteering to be part of the Haven Naval Academy and the Isaiah McKenzie Naval Academy as an instructor. So those are names to be aware of. They're not here, but they're doing good work.
Back crew Ron.
Different hat. While I don't have an award to give at this moment, because I need to clear it through higher authority, there are two people here now I want to say thank you to. And that's Captain McKinnon, who has been divisional CO for a lengthy amount of time and ship CO for over 3 years, and Captain Clemens, who most of you don't know, in a different group. Mir is mentor to me, and in this group, Mir comes to me with questions, and what that does is that keeps me on an even keel. And it helps me in both groups, so thank you. Otherwise, as Squadron CO, that's all I have for the moment. So what's next on the list?
I actually do have some.
You have words for stuff.
Okay, so I actually have something here. Now these have been announced, but it is such a point that those of you who have been captains or commanding officers or that and have known me over the years, you know one thing that I have fought very hard for is to recognize those members in our command triads and staff. And we do have an award for that in our organization. And I made sure that some, the people who are deserving within this fleet would be recognized. They were not in the last awards announcement, the major awards announcement, and I had to go back and fight very hard to get these that were missed. And so I'd like to reread these people who qualified for the Conspicuous Service Medal. That would be Commodore James D. Senna, Chester Beadle, Mir Clemens, Dale Imblau, Teresa Hindle, Aaron Davis, Eric Roberts, and David Goldsberry. These people have been an example of leadership in our fleet as well as the TRMN as a whole. I'd like to give a round of applause for them. Having said that, I want to charge everybody here, be you in a command position or a new join. If you see somebody doing something that you feel deserves recognition, let people know. Let your chain of command know. Make sure. I want to see if people deserve recognition, that they're not ignored, they're not overlooked, and they are appreciated, because we are a family, and family supports each other and recognizes good actions and helpfulness and love amongst ourselves.
Senior Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy.
Bear with me, I've been not super well, so I'm gonna sit. I wasn't here to be at the Fleet Summit this morning, so I had a couple things I wanted to say in my position as the senior enlisted for the FAN organization. First of all, look at everybody. You guys all look amazing, and look at the turnout we've got and how much we've grown in the Northwest over the years. The organization is growing by leaps and bounds, so much so that we're building some new frameworks. We're separating out the divisions more so that they can be set up for quicker promotions, faster awards that are being streamlined. Things are being done to make it so that this organization is a lot more fun for all of you guys. There's going to be some hiccups and some weird things as we go into these new procedures. So I'm asking you that are here and captains that are here to give us a little bit of a leeway in the next couple years as we go through this new phase of growing, particularly in the enlisted promotions that I do, and with the bosuns coming in. There's been so much great stuff going on. As you can see, we've got all these great officers here that work really hard, but I want to make sure that you as officers and you as enlisted know that the enlisted in this organization are very appreciated. Things are seeing what they do. I'm still doing quarterly awards for enlisted of the quarter for the fleet, for the club rather, not for just the fleet. I need to, in order for that to work, I don't see what all of these great enlisted do in your ships. So anybody, be you enlisted or be you an officer or be you anything involved with the ship, if you see somebody who steps up, who's behind the scenes or doesn't say nothing, send me a message so I can get them recognized. I've got several ways that I can recognize folks. I can give them the enlisted of the quarter. I give, for great enlisted service, I've got these great bosun's coins that some of you guys have received that I can give out. There's a lot of things I can do. So if you see something, say something, and not in a let's not blow up the building kind of way. So
Well, that too.
exactly. I also want to recognize Admiral Jones and thank him for stepping up as our fleet CO. It's a very tough job, and already jumping into it, he's had a bunch of stuff that he's had to get his feet wet that you guys probably will never know about. The dedication this man shows for this fleet as a whole is outstanding, and I personally could not have hand-chosen a better person to lead this fleet. So give him all the benefit of the doubt. If anything goes on, make sure you talk to him. He's approachable. Go through the chain, of course. But this person right here is going to lead us to be probably the best fleet in the entire organization, and I think it's got a good chance of being the best fleet in any organization ever, including the 501st. So thank you for your leadership. Also, thank you to these two gentlemen for all that they do with the uniform boards, with the Bureau of Supply, and of course with the Bureau of Ships, making sure that we have these chapters, that they've got the best leadership for them, and that everything goes well. So make sure you guys pay attention to what they do and just recognize that we're amongst a group of people that are just absolutely amazing. And thank you for your time.
For the Senior Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy, 3 cheers. Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hooray! Hip hip.
Hooray!
We love you.
Yes, sir. Misguided.
What else? Will the Commander HMS Andromeda please step forward? Yes. Would you like to call your ship's company to order?
Andromeda, to order.
Now, Captain McKinnon, I understand you have some business that you need done with your ship, and there's something that's come up. Would you like to let me know what's going on?
There's several things I can think of. Is there anything particular you're talking about?
I heard some rumblings that you might be taking on some bigger and better things.
Yes, I am.
And what would those be?
I will be. I am going to be. Patrick Hogsgate. I am going to be loaned to the Republic of Haven Navy to help establish their naval academy as their first commandant.
Will you be able to discharge that duty and your duties as captain of the Andromeda?
I cannot, and therefore I ask that I be relieved of command.
Do you have a suitable replacement?
That I do, sir.
And who would that be? Please call them forward.
Jerry Johnson, please step forward.
Now, this being a change of command, potentially, you understand that there are certain details of bureaucracy that still need to be handled, correct?
I do, sir.
You do. However, since Captain McKean will have to be taking time and his new duties, are you willing to take charge of HMS Andromeda?
I am, sir.
Are you willing to discharge the duties not only to yourself, but in representation, leadership, and care of HMS Andromeda and its crew?
I am, sir.
Do you agree with this, Captain?
Yes, sir, I do.
Elder Senna, you have been involved in this. How do you see this change of command? Do you endorse this?
I endorse this. I am confident that this will be a healthy change.
Very well. Captain Clemens, you have been here and you have seen Andromeda and its workings. What say you?
Sir, I endorse this.
Excellent. Then, I, as Fleet Admiral, will take the advice of my echelon commanders, as well as your commanders. If you are willing to take this on, then I will endorse this to view ships and to hopefully hasten this and charge you to take care of your ship and make sure that the Queen's interests and the crew's and our allies are always done. I charge you with this solemnly.
Perform to the best of my abilities, sir.
Are there any here who do not think this and would like to broach this to the fleet? I dare you. I mean, I seriously. Any of the commanders here, if you have an issue, the fleet has your back. Let any of our enemies come, God have mercy on their souls. Sir, I charge you with that, and I look forward to working with you. With that, you're a captain now, but would you please make sure that he is suitably attired for a captain?
I will most definitely do that. Please face me. It will take some breaking in, but the white beret, which is the sign of a Queen's ship CO, is a lot heavier than it looks. I stand relieved.
You want to relieve you, sir?
Captain McKinnon, you're not dismissed yet.
My apologies.
Commodore Harney, would you read words from the First Space Lord?
From the office of the First Space Lord. Captain Patrick William McKinnon, QCB, GCE, MC, GS, QBM, HMS Andromeda. Retirement as Commanding Officer, HMS Andromeda. Captain McKinnon, on the occasion of your retirement as Commanding Officer of HMS Andromeda, I join the Crown your friends, family, and members of the organization in thanking you for your loyal, steadfast, and invaluable service to our organization. During your 3.5 years as service as captain of HMS Andromeda, you have helped set the standards for others to follow regarding the image for this great organization to help ensure that it continues to be well regarded in various fandom communities. During your career, you have provided invaluable advice and service to the membership, as well as serving as an example to others as how to carry yourself in a professional and competent manner. For your service and leadership, you have received some of this organization's most important awards, including the Queen's Cross for Bravery and the Manticore Cross, as well as being named a Knight Grand Cross of the Order of Queen Elizabeth for your donations to this organization. I wish to express my appreciation for your exhibited dedication and devotion in completing your duties with the highest regard for the needs of the organization and its members. No one who has served as a commanding officer will ever understand.
Next page.
No one who has not served as a commanding officer, helps if it includes all the words, as a commanding officer will ever understand the truly immense amount of work you have actually performed for this wonderful organization. You carried out your duties with calm and dignity. As the members of the Royal Manticore Navy salute you for your service and dedication. As First Space Lord, I personally want to thank you for your selfless service to this organization. Enjoy your retirement from command of the chapter. You have certainly earned it. I look forward to what you will set your sights on next in service to this organization. Well done, Captain. Well done. In service to the Queen, John Roberts, KSK, GCE, SC, OR, CGM, CBM, Fleet Admiral of the Red, Royal Manticore Navy, First Space Lord, Earl New Mecklenburg.
Thank you.
For Captain Patrick McKinnon stepping out, 3 cheers. Hip hip.
Hurrah!
Hip hip.
Hurrah!
Hip hip.
Hurrah!
And for the incoming captain of the Andromeda, Jerry Johnson. Hip hip.
Hurrah!
Hip hip.
Hurrah!
Hip hip.
Hurrah!
Gentlemen, thank you very much.
You're not free to go yet.
You round 2.
Would you join your crew?
But wait, there's more.
So, in some navies, there is a tradition of a plank owner or keel plate owner, CO, who successfully completes their command to receive various and sundry gifts. And in many cases, an example from the U.S. Navy would be the first CO of USS Enterprise CVN 65 was a model of the ship. In this case, we have a 3D printed model, base is a little loose, of HMS Andromeda, and there are others to give you idea of scale. So that is yours. I challenge
That
you
is
to
absolutely-
find an appropriate case for it.
Yeah, probably something cat-proof too.
That would be good.
Yes.
And I
Oh, can I do this
understand.
on Lego? I'm sorry.
I understand your crew may have something else for you.
Do I need to run now or?
Yeah.
Marines, would you bar the door, please?
Oh, they're literally gonna do it.
Yes.
They're good at that.
These are the Marines.
That is what I have on that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now, as Fleet Command, we now have an issue. You've stepped down as captain of the Andromeda. You were the division CO with that, or with the command of your ship and your seniority. That was part of your duties. Now that you have relieved or been relieved of that duty, you therefore no longer qualify as division CO.
Correct.
Therefore, Captain Clemens, would you come up here, please? That's fine. Captain Clemens, you are reporting to me. Well, that's because I wanted to have stand here for a sec going, uh-oh. Anyway, so Captain McKinnon, having stepped down, no longer qualifies for division command. The senior commander then for that crew div 961 is vacant. As Fleet CO, I would like to extend the offer. I'm not forcing you, but extending the offer to take that position, as I feel you are the most qualified for that. Are you willing to take that? I charge you then to keep that crew div 961 working as a unit. There have been some issues in the past where different history, but to keep them working together and to do certain exercises that will keep the division working efficiently, effectively, and to our enemies, dangerously. Will you do this?
Очень красиво.
Очень красиво. I charge you to do this. Do it with honor and efficiency.
I stand ready to do.
Captain Clemens, you have the comm. I'm relieved.
Now, Captain McKinnon, I believe now that you have been relieved of your command duties, you are now currently in a limbo as a officer with less duties and more of a freelancing nature.
Okay.
And with that, you are now free to accept certain things that a standing line officer would not, because in the discharge of our duties, we have certain decorum as command that we must. But now that you are not command, I believe your crew has some ideas what to do with your free time.
Oh dear.
Captain Johnson, would you like to come and bring a few things?
Midshipman. Captain McKinnon, we've arranged for the crew to extend to you a certain amount of their sentimental feelings toward you, and God help you if you weren't nice. So, Midshipman, would you care to present that to the captain? We figured there were too many to put in the card, so there's a number of pages. This also is intended to help you with your sinuses because we hope that it'll kind of drain them out.
Thank you both very much. There are messages for my crew in here. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh, wait. In addition, we thought that you might enjoy a few things to do in your spare time. And we understood that there might be a hobby or two that you have that would keep you busy. So the crew has taken up a collection of little pieces of various things that have fallen off the ship in the last couple of years.
Want to interconnect, would they?
Well, that's up to you, sir. Anyway, we thought you might be able to try to put them back together.
I will most certainly enjoy putting this back together.
Little pieces of your ship. Yeah, we're working on it.
Did we mention how old the HMS Andromeda was?
We're rather young.
Oh, no, I mean,
Minnie, come here.
I'm gonna miss calling you Captain Dad.
I'm still captain. I'm always going to be your dad.
Captain McKinnon is, as he said, taking on the job of Commandant of the Republic of Haven Naval Academy, and his first job will be to get beta tests out there to people, and his second job will be to hire 2 instructors. Now, his daughter, the midshipwoman, was working on taking a test earlier today.
So I heard.
So, there you go. Apple.
Now, the apple didn't fall from the tree at all, it kind of rolled.
I'll see what I can do to get it polished up and a little fixed up for you.
Yeah, it's not like she's not like her mother at all.
What you talking about?
Right.
So here's the order. Captain McKinnon, thank you. You may sit for a little bit. So, as we have said, pending certain issues that we have to take with the Bureau of Ships and with the RMN, some Admiralty orders that have come over the last couple months, that the change of command is still pending. However, that being said, pending Captain Johnson, I believe you have another member of your crew that is going to be stepping up potentially to take that.
Indeed I do, sir.
And who would that be?
Mr. Perkins Woke? You can
No,
bring
you
your
can bring her
accoutrements if you
too.
want.
We know who's really in charge.
Don't tell her that yet, sir. Come on now.
I think she already knows, honey.
Sir, I present, what did you rank at this point?
Petty officer, second class.
Petty officer, second class.
Hello, Petty Officer. How are you? Oh yes,
That's the spacer third.
Our Paternal Sphinx Forestry. How are you doing?
And I propose the petty officer to be acting bosun until such time as the bureaucratic steps have been taken.
Senior Master Chief Coonrack. Since he will be becoming a bosun, do you have any words for him to charge him as a bosun of a ship?
Petty Officer Perkins Woke is already one of those enlisted that exemplifies what a bosun should be. He's a holder of a Senior Master Chief coin. He's also a holder of several other awards. So I already know that he's going to be able to do an excellent job and has already started filling some of those roles pending the promotion. So of course this promotion has my full endorsement and the signature of the Master Chief of the Navy.
Okay. Does he have a symbol of rank that would come with
The
it?
captain has one.
Captain.
The traditional symbol of the bosun is the anchor, the fouled anchor that will be worn in between the rockers and the stripes, similar to where I have my crown. That sign of a bosun, if you look around, there's some, is to be respected as the senior enlisted on a ship, the person that you go to with any issues and problems and any concerns. That bosun is the heartbeat of the ship, whereas the captain's the soul.
Will all of the bosuns please stand and let people know where they are and the people that you can go to? Thank you, gentlemen. So you will take this charge and do it well?
My best ability, sir.
And you'll make sure that she keeps you on track too? Will you keep him on track too? Promise?
In case anybody forgets, my wife is the gunny on Andromeda. I can't get away with much.
She controls the small arms.
Yes. Yes, very.
This actually puts the bosun and the gunny has a married couple on that ship.
There is an example in the Honorverse of that. There is.
There it is. It got really explosive. Thank you very much. I charge you with doing a good job. You have been endorsed by several people. Don't disappoint me.
Yes, sir.
Captain, do you have anything else to
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Make seated. Take her. She looks like she wants Everybody must be so busy. You have one last pieces.
So, as senior military attaché, Republic of Haven Navy, I have, thanks to consultation with the Senior Master Chief of the Navy and with the advent of a recent Admiralty order, I am designating the acting Senior Master Chief Petty Officer of the Republic of Haven Navy, who is Senior Chief Petty Officer Jacob Engstrom of HMS Seljuk and the Senior Steward to the SMA's office. And he's already been charged with getting the 2 tests he needs out of the way. He's already, I think he submitted 9 tonight. So that is my one big piece of business there.
Captain Clemens, this is your AO director. So I would ask you, is there anything that you would like to say to the assembly before?
Truculent is very proud of all of her children. Sir, I believe that suffices.
That suffices. Admiral Garcia.
No, I have no business.
Commodore Hart.
None for that round 2.
Chief, you said your words.
Yes.
There being any business that anybody wants to bring up. Are there any Graysons in the audience?
We're a couple, I thought.
You have some.
We lost everyone in the baseball season.
Yes, when baseball season. Okay.
I then will, so there are a few of you that have never been part of a TRMN thing before. When Captain Clemens talks about all the children of the truculent, 4 years ago this event, there was one TRMN chapter in the Pacific Northwest, and that was truculent.
The mother trucker.
The mother trucker.
That is
So-
not a nickname spoken about, Dexter.
Are you saying that I am not allowed to say that?
No, sir.
Because-
I simply stated that is not a nickname spoken about.
But however, the truculent is the mother chapter up here, correct?
It
Yes,
is.
indeed, sir.
So every,
But you did establish me for protocol. sir.
I did.
every chapter up here is either directly or indirectly descended from truculent. All the chapters in Victoria Station, all the chapters of Squadron Seljuk. This is our roots up here.
Commander Monk, you believe you had something you wanted to say?
As the keel plate owning CEO of the Truculent, he has my permission to call it whatever he wants.
That's okay.
He's an admiral, Commander.
Yeah, so? Like that's ever stopped me.
Okay.
We are not
Anything-
the same
okay.
officer.
Yo! Anything else that pertains to this matter?
Nothing, sir.
Nothing? Then I will say thank you all for coming. God save the Queen.
God save the Queen!
For the Republic!
For the Republic, yes.
Thank you all for coming, and for everybody here, thank you for being here.